Welcome back to the picturesque valley, surrounded by lofty mountains, where trees blossom with multicolored leaves. The town of Enchanted Valley invites you to another adventure of our brave heroes, Liam and Noah. And of course, their parents cannot be absent. After all, the boys are 8 and 4 years old. In today's episode, our brave heroes will uncover the secrets of an abandoned house. Will the legends circulating in the Enchanted Valley about the haunted house prove to be true? Find out for yourselves and check it out with Liam and Noah. The holidays were in full swing. The sun shone until late hours, and every day Liam and Noah sought out new attractions. The day before, the boys had a conversation with Mr. Mark, the postman in the Enchanted Valley, who told them the legend of an old abandoned house deep in the forest. And it all began like this. The boys were lying in the garden, pondering what to do for the next days of the holidays, when suddenly they heard the doorbell. Dad shouted from upstairs to open the door because it was probably Mr. Mark, the postman. The boys quickly ran to the door, and as predicted by their dad, Mr. Mark was ringing the bell. "Hi, boys. Why the long faces?" asked the postman. "Good morning," replied the brothers. "We're looking for ideas on what to do. We're tired of all the usual games, and we're looking for something to do tomorrow," said Liam. "Yeah, we're really bored," added Noah. "Have you heard about the mysterious house?" Mr. Mark chimed in. "Legend has it that not far from the stream in the forest, there's an old wooden house that's haunted. I've never been there myself, but many people have told me about this abandoned cottage. If you're bored, ask an adult to go check if the legend is true." The boys were very curious if it was true. Several times they had passed by the abandoned house while on walks with their parents, but they had never looked inside. Without much thought, the boys took the letters from Mr. Mark and ran to their dad. Dad, will you go for a walk with us in the forest? We want to explore the abandoned house," said Liam. "What's gotten into you? We've been near that cottage so many times, but you've never wanted to get closer," replied their dad. "Yes, Dad, but supposedly it's haunted, and we want to see if it's true. That's what Mr. Mark told us. Please, Dad, come with us," begged Noah. "All right, boys, I'll finish work soon. We'll have lunch, and then we'll go for a walk. We'll see what secrets this house holds. And for now, why don't you prepare your backpacks and pack flashlights and some water in a bottle so you're ready for the journey?" The boys were thrilled that Dad agreed. They ran to the closet, found flashlights, and packed them into the backpack. Then they dashed to the kitchen and prepared water bottles. After that, they set up plates for lunch to quickly head out for a walk. After finishing work, Dad came down to the kitchen. He was surprised by the set table. He quickly prepared lunch, which they ate together. Mom was still at work and wouldn't be back until evening. After lunch, Liam helped Dad clean up, and they were ready to go. Liam put on his backpack, and together with Noah and Dad, they set off for a new adventure. First, they reached the forest, where they descended into the thickets and followed a path along the stream to a small clearing. Behind some small trees, they could see a small wooden roof. It was the mysterious house. They approached closer. After a moment, the abandoned house was just a few meters in front of them. "And are we going in?" asked Dad. "Yes, but you're coming with us because this house looks a bit scary," said Noah, slightly frightened. Indeed, the house looked haunted, as the legends proclaimed. The door to the house was wide open, yet inside it was musty. The floor creaked every time Noah stepped on it. Thick layers of dust covered the old furniture. The boys stayed close to Dad. It was still bright outside, so the flashlight stayed in the backpack. The brothers slowly explored the house, admiring the old furniture and abandoned items. Nothing aroused their fear or anxiety until they heard a strange sound. Noah got scared and gripped Dad's hand tighter. Liam, on the other hand, started to look around but remained calm. The strange sound resonated again. The boys were clearly frightened. They imagined some huge monster writhing in the walls. Dad began to reassure them, explaining that their imagination was causing their fear. With words of encouragement, together with Dad, the brothers bravely went to check what caused the sounds. Suddenly, something fell to the floor, and the boys jumped in fright. At first, they saw some object rolling on the ground, and finally, they discovered the source of the commotion. Meow. It was an old, worn-out cat named Marion, belonging to Aunt Annette, who also came to see what interesting things could be found in the old house. The brothers realized, listening to all the legends and stories about the haunted house, that they had started to believe them and were afraid unnecessarily. Sometimes, imagination plays tricks on us, but fortunately, common sense and a bit of courage clarify the true picture of the situation. Our brave explorers returned home, where Mum awaited them with dinner. When she saw her 3 men, she chuckled slightly, because each of the boys, including Dad, had black, dusty faces and hands, not to mention their clothes. During dinner, the boys told Mom how their day went and explained that the haunted house wasn't as haunted as everyone said. Wonder what awaits our heroes in the next episode. Until next time, goodbye.